Thank y'all for tuning in to another installment of COSIGN Conversations. Man, today we got a fashion killer. We got my homeboy, ICON Jetson, aka Wood. How you doing, my G?
ICON times COSIGN.
Yeah, hey, it's
Long
that
time
time.
coming, man.
Yeah, been for a minute. We've been rapping for a minute, bro.
sure.
So we finally got to sit down,
Yeah.
man. Owns a popular clothing brand. It's not just local, it's national. You can find it everywhere, man. But I want to hear your backstory today. We're going to talk about it all today, man.
For sure.
So for those who don't know you, man, just kind of give us a background on who you are and what you do, and then we'll get right to it.
Cool. I'm from Chicago. I've been here in Dallas maybe like almost 5 years now.
Okay.
I love it here. Y'all didn't embrace me. You know, I get a lot of love in Dallas, so I rock with Dallas a long way. Born and raised in Chicago. Been in fashion forever. Dropped the brand ICON 2.5 years ago, March 2018. Me and my partner ICON moved. It's just us two. We put a lot of work in. ICON stands for I Can Overcome Negativity. So it is an acronym behind it. We're trying to push that for the youth, you know, so we can get these latter generations to come up and, you know, make moves the right way. That's it though, man. Like we get to it like I feel like we're one of the, I know we're one of the most high-paced brands in the whole country right now as far as our turnaround moving forward, dropping looks, and just our pace that we're on is unmatched. So, yeah, we're trying to get to it for sure.
That's what's up, man. Born and raised in Chicago. Who brought you to the city? Who brought you to Dallas?
Trying to get away from that gun violence, man, and violence period, man.
I like how ICON stands for I Can Overcome Negativity. Right?
For sure.
And that's why you kind of transitioned to Dallas, man. So kind of tell us some adversity. I'm not gonna lie, you had to deal with growing up in Chicago.
Well, Chicago just different period. It's like, and to be honest, I didn't realize it until I actually fully moved. Like even living there,
Right.
I traveled a lot. Like I was popping city to city, you know what I'm saying, on a regular. But that's the difference between being there and traveling and then living and then how you're on the outside of the box looking in. Like it was so many things I normalized, like death and just losing homies and just wild stuff just happening.
Right.
But me growing up, and this where I'm from my whole life, this regular stuff. Like I go places and they be like, where you from? Like I'm from Chicago. Oh man, they be saying it's crazy, and I just be like, it's cool. It ain't all what they
Used
make
to
it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But now moving and now I'm on the outside of the box looking in, it's like you like, damn, nah, that shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That ain't just normal when I was normalizing it. So there's a lot of stuff that I can't even speak on, but just everything you could think of and what they say about it is true. It ain't just like one of those things where they be like, they pumping it up. It is what it is, and it ain't getting no better neither. So
Nah, fact. So you've been here you started the brand 2.5 years ago, right?
for sure. March 1st, 2018, we dropped.
So was this your first shot at entrepreneurship, or what have you done before?
No, I had clothing store. So right before the brand, I own my own clothing store. So
In Chicago?
yeah. So it was like a growth tool. You know what I mean? And then my partner as well. Like he managed several of the top fashion boutiques that you know that are in Chicago as well. So I feel like that was a growth tool, and it just gave us game to where when we came in, we weren't light-footed. Like we knew exactly what we needed to do, and then that gave us a head start to where we pushed off really fast. You know what I'm saying? And got to where we at now.
So you already came from the fashion background.
For sure, yeah.
Got you, man. So let's talk about what was your first piece of product? What was the first apparel?
Our first drop was probably like a t-shirt, but okay, so when we dropped t-shirts and jogging suits at the same time. It wasn't just like one piece. Like we wanted to drop hard, so it was like t-shirts, jogging suits, beanies. Like when we dropped March 1st, like we had a whole collection.
So I'm about to ask you, you had a whole collection.
It was a whole collection. It wasn't just one piece. Like I know some people start off with one pieces, but we, you know what I mean? Like we had so much like faith in what we was doing that we wasn't gonna do it if we wasn't gonna do it, to the point that we wasn't just finna tiptoe in. We just like, we dropping, you know what I'm saying? And then we pumped it up a little bit, like, you know, dropping little stuff, little hints here and there. And like back in Chicago, like between me and, like I said, my partner ICON Moo, like the whole city rocked with us, like tough. Like we had household names before we even got into this fashion thing.
Your partner live in Chicago, right?
He live in Chicago, yeah.
Still there?
Yeah, he's still there, yeah. Okay. So we had household names already. So with that being said, like people was already like, what they knew when we was gonna do something, it was gonna be something. You know what I mean? So when we dropped, like the first night we dropped and our site crashed. Like we dropped online. We weren't even in stores yet.
Right.
We dropped online and our site crashed. So our site crashed. I didn't know what was going on at first, you know what I mean? So people was hitting me and they're like, I can't get on the site. So I'm panicking. I'm like, the fuck you mean I can't get on the site? You know what I'm saying? So I had an engineer that was doing all my website stuff.
Right.
I didn't just do it manually. So I hit him and then he's like, a guy, shout out Cliff, out of New York. Cliff real big with the websites and everything. He cold-blooded with it. So I hit him. I'm like, man, Cliff, what's going on site that? He called me right back. He like, man, I never seen this before. He said your site crashed. You had too much traffic.
Dang.
So he had to go back in and I don't know the terms. We had to up the amps on it or whatever to make it wider. The bandwidth, I think, or something like that,
sure.
to make it wider for more traffic. So that just goes to show you, like, we've been getting a lot of love since day one.
Dang. So I know a lot of y'all pieces are quality, right?
Oh, yeah.
So did y'all come in with a manufacturer already? Because it's not just like I'm gonna get a shirt off a canvas and screen print it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. And just to give game, I don't know if we'll get into it, but since you hit that topic,
right.
A lot of people, I get so many like DMs, and I try to get back to as many DMs as I can. Right. When people are asking me like, for guidance or whatever, I'm sorry I can't get back to everybody because my DMs be crazy. Yeah. But when I do have time to get back and get to it and they ask me for advice, the two main things I tell them is, one, do not lack quality in your product.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get a good quality product that people can come back to. And two, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it the right way and don't penny pinch off your profit. So with us, like, even for like that whole first maybe year and a half, we didn't touch a dime.
Okay.
Like not one single penny.
Yeah.
Like whatever money we made, we put it directly back into the business to make more products. And that's why like no brand, and I put a post about this like a couple weeks ago because I really said and I thought about it. No brand, no active brand is dropping as much as we're dropping. Like we have drops. Our drops are like 2 weeks apart max.
Dang.
Like we're dropping. It's not like okay, we drop one piece and then in 2 weeks we drop a piece. No, we're dropping 4 to 6 pieces at a time. Right. Every couple weeks. Like no active brand is doing that. Period. So put it back into your business, believe in your business, and don't lack on the quality. But yeah, all of our pieces, like everything I got on is like, this is made, cut and sew. So like some brands like will grab a piece that'll be like a blank, like you said, off a canvas and put their name on it and swap the tags out and stuff like that. Everything that I touch is made, cut and sew. Okay. So like for instance, like if I'm ordering like, if I'm doing a new drop and I got 3,000 hoodies coming in, every single 3,000 hoodies is made like this. I pick my material and they stitching it, every piece of it, top to bottom. So it's not like they like, okay, we got this color available and they smacking my tag on there.
So it ain't like they ordered 1,000 champion hoodies and
nope.
then sold your logo on there.
Nope, not even close. And that's why like even like with stores and stuff, like my price points on my pieces, like is up there with the top brands that's been around for a long time. Sure. So I don't deal with this now because now like a lot like the stores, they know me and stuff, so I don't have this problem. But maybe a little while ago, they'll be like, that's a high price point, whatever. Okay, just check the material out, and then they'll get it, and they'll be like, man, I never felt nothing like this. And everybody put it on like jogging suits and stuff like that. They just like, man, like this it's the shit right here, bro. Like, yo, it's quality. Comfortable, it's quality, it ain't, I washed it, and ain't doing nothing to it, it's A1, yeah. So definitely, we take a lot of pride in that for sure. For sure, quality for sure.
Man, while we're on the brand, tell us what does the tiger represent? What does the tiger stand for?
We just want something fierce. Okay. You know what I mean? We're not scared of nothing. We coming in. And that goes with the I can overcome negativity. Like we not scared of nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like we king of the jungle type.
Nah, fair. Yeah. That's real, bro. Okay, man. Another thing I really want to know, bro, like starting off really fresh, not fresh in the game, but as far as 2.5 years in the game, y'all took off running. You know what I'm saying? Who would you say was one of like your first, it ain't gotta be a big cosign, but first cosign that kind of helped elevate the brand? You know what I'm saying? It could be in somebody like a homie that may have bought the product that put you on with somebody else that made it elevated sales, or it could have been somebody wearing a product that you didn't even send to, they just ordered it and they was a celebrity and just kind of took off. A lot of people wearing it.
Well, I tell you, okay, so that was gonna be a tough question because really I I'm gonna answer that in 2 parts.
Okay, that's cool.
Because I'm gonna say this too. First, I want to say like we had opportunities to do what a lot of people do and put our brand in big names' hands in the very beginning, just like, put this on for us,
right,
or whatever. Like we had those situations in front of us, but me and my partner both agreed that we didn't want to take that route. We wanted to make sure that what we had was from the earth. We wanted to make sure that it was legit, organic for sure. Yeah. And we didn't want no puff in it because we didn't want like, oh, people wearing it because they see so-and-so with it on. Because we wanted to make sure we had one and we knew that would come. So we bidded against doing that. So we weren't just like going around finding people like whoever, you know what I'm saying, famous people, whatever, and like, can you put this on for a second picture? Like we didn't do that at all. Okay. Like, we like, man, it's gonna find it their way to them. Right. So with that being said, so one morning I wake up and my DMs is just going nuts, right? It's just going nuts. And it's not the first, this wasn't the first big name that wore the stuff at the time, but it was just a funny story because I don't know how he got this shirt. Yeah. So it was Young Thug. So Young Thug was on his live and he was going through his closet. He was going through his closet and he like he was just going through pieces in his closet, and then I guess he had like a vintage side of his closet. So he's going through, he said different names, Gucci vintage, vintage, Icon vintage. He go back to our piece. He said, oh, Icon, these my niggas. He pulled back out the shirt and he's showing it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So the shirt that he had was like one of our very first drops, and it wasn't even like a drop. It was like we call it a quick drop. So it was like something like we needed something real quick to patch in between that time and something else coming. So it wasn't a lot of pieces made. It was a quick drop. Right. I don't even like, I try to keep like one of every one of the pieces. I don't even got that piece. I never had it. Right. Like it went so fast when we did the quick drop. Like I never even had the shirt. I never had it at all. I never put it on my back. Still to this day, I don't even know how he got it, but he had it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Young Thug. Since then, like after that happened or whatever, we end up like he's one of the people that like we're in real close communication with. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like we sent him a pack when he dropped his album and stuff like that, but he rocked with us heavy. I think, what was it in Atlanta last year? Super Bowl? I think it was Super Bowl. Whatever they had, like he was at the joints rocking Icon. Like he got a lot of eye pieces. So, you know, Thug rock with us heavy. Shout out Thug.
That's what's up. And I think it was recently, maybe it was Jazz or Jay Prince. I always get
Jay Prince Jr. Yeah.
Jay Prince Jr.
He been rocking heavy. Shout out Jay Prince Jr. Mob Ties.
That's what's up. Had it on with
Range Rover Hang, Houston, everybody. So he been messing with us tough too. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So like I know y'all went to different routes. A lot of people's going like the influencer marketing route and all that. So it's like when people like that, where it just adds like an extra boost to y'all, or it's like the brand's already popping to where it's just love, but you know what I'm saying, y'all still at a constant, or do you see spikes?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I would say at the point where we're at now, the money moving how it's supposed to move.
Gotcha.
Yeah, with or without influencers. Gotcha. You know what I mean? It's cool, it's good looks and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
The brand kind of already speaks for itself.
I believe so, I would say so. Yeah. And then our main focus is, not our main focus, but when it comes to the business side and money side of the market, okay, so it's two sides of it. I would say you have the business side of it and the real money side, and then I know it's a better term, but you got the people side. So, and we appreciate both. So the money side, we more so recollect with businesses. Like we're probably in about 50 stores across the country right now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All the way from New York, Miami. It took us a long time to get LA. But we recently just got like 4 stores in LA just over this past year. Okay. So we all over LA right now. Memphis, Minnesota, Chicago, of course. Shout out what's my man them in Houston? Soul Lounge Houston. Yeah, they just tapped in with us. So we got Houston. So that's more so when we're counting funds and when we're doing our projections. Right. Our projections are solely based on stores. And then anything else is extra, you know what I'm saying? And then so that's that part. And then like I said, we got the people side of it, which is like even for me, right? Like somebody hit me like wherever I'm at, like if I'm in Chicago or if I'm out here and somebody hit me and they'll want a piece of whatever that they can't find somewhere else or whatever. Oh, my bad. Big shout out, JT, man, Dallas, man. Y'all go check out my homie, man. Town East Mall for sure. Empire.
About to say
Yeah. Empire is the only icon host in the whole city of Dallas where you can go get some merch from in the city of Dallas. Shout out JT, that's my man. He doing big things too. Yeah, so but outside of that, like somebody hit me and then they want a hoodie or something, I'll make it happen. Not even because it's like, oh, we need this money, we can go get this money, because we're not even counting that money. That's not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like, I want people in my stuff. You know what I'm saying? If y'all went through enough to find me to say y'all want to rock one of my pieces, I want you to have that piece.
Nah, that's crazy. I was gonna hit you up till I say, man, bring one so I can count one. But I like, man,
and I'm bogus for not just bringing something. But no, you know, no. Matter of fact, I got you. Okay. I got you too. I'm glad you said that. I got you. Yeah, remind me, I got you on a pullout. But yeah, if somebody hit me like, I for sure be like, man, because and like I said, on that side of the business, it's not a money thing. It's just like, you know, I want to see y'all in it. Like I said, I appreciate people wanting to support, or I feel like we kind of even passed the support. I think the beginning we had a lot of support, you know what I'm saying? And we still have a lot of support, don't get me wrong, but now we transition to where support along with, they just fuck with it and they like, man, I'm trying to rock that shit hot.
Not fast,
you know what I'm saying?
So, you know, we're in a different time right now with the pandemic and the way the world is moving, but I want to say, do you still see a lot of value in brick and mortars compared to digital, or how does that work for you? Because I know online is jumping, but compared to brick and mortar, is it?
For me personally, I did the stores, and like I had people like, I'm talking about like weekly, like y'all need to do an Icon store, y'all need to do an Icon store. You know what I mean? Like I get it all the time. Even had people like investors come like, we'll pay for everything and do the store. And it's just like, we don't need y'all money. Like it's not a dollar we need from nobody. We didn't had people try to buy us out.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like come in, flew me and my partner to Miami, winding down to us, and we like, man, like this a 10-year run minimum.
Yeah.
Like we know it's a 10-year run minimum. And then on top of that, like we got money, so it's nothing that somebody can buy for us that we can't buy for ourselves. I guess sometimes like somebody on the outside looking in, like, well, they don't have a store, maybe they need help getting a store. We don't want a store.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to go into what you were saying, I just think we in a different time to where I'm not saying people should be against the brick and mortar, but I'm just saying we're in a different time. We're moving away from it. And I don't see the needle curving back even when things get back to normal. I don't see the needle. We spread the needle so far, and people are just getting comfortable with the order from home, and people that never shopped online at all.
Exactly.
Shopping online, like Amazon, you see what's going on with the Bezos buddy from Amazon, like he trillionaire type, because people are ordering from home and they just got so comfortable with it to where I don't see the needle curving back to where people are just want to go to see the product and go to the store so bad. So from our standpoint,
it's extra overhead.
It's extra overhead for sure, and then it's just something extra to look after and have to do when you don't really have to do it. You know, I love the place that I'm in. Coming up with these designs, I do them in my sleep, so that's the easy part. And just working with my manufacturers, making sure everything is on point, making sure we get that top quality, and then just working with the stores, making sure they get what they need. You know, and then like most of these stores, they've been around for a long time, and this is what they do. So they mastered their craft with the brick and mortar, so they're comfortable with it. But just me, I personally wouldn't do a store right now just because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, it's just what I'm doing working for me right now.
Nah, that's real, bro. Hey man, I think I've seen y'all recently either did like a campaign or y'all partner with Foot Locker. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice campaign. Tell me how that came about, like how they find y'all. I mean, we know y'all popping out here, but how they find y'all and what made y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, take that stamp and work with Foot Locker?
So what happened with Foot Locker was, so last year, that was just 2020 year. 2020 All-Star game was in Chicago.
Okay.
So All-Star in Chicago. So I'm guessing they was just Foot Locker was just reaching out, like who popping in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So our name came on the table like this, like the top brand in Chicago. So they reached out and they was just saying, you know, like at that point it was just a campaign. Like we want to do something. We want to feature the Chicago brands in our flagship store in Chicago Icon Weekend.
Okay.
Now So as the situation develops, you know what I'm saying, it end up being more like a, now mind you, even during this time, we're already fully established, especially in Chicago, we fully established, like, they walking around Chicago like uniform. It's like private school.
Right.
Like everybody, you're gonna see ICON everywhere you go.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and even before this, like from when we first started, and nothing against it, but me and my partners just, we just agreed that we wouldn't do pop-up shops.
Okay.
Like at all. So we've never did a pop-up shop. And this Foot Locker situation ended up being a pop-up shop type situation.
Oh, okay.
So even then, you know what I mean, we were like, we debated, like, is we gonna do it or not? So I'm just like, man, let's just do it, you know what I'm saying? We'll do it or whatever, you know what I mean? And we'll just see what happens from there. So we did it. We killed it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was, I think it was like the day of the All-Star game. Yeah, it was. It was the day of the All-Star game. It was Sunday. We killed it, or whatever. So I guess they took notice. So moving forward from there, I ended up getting an email one day, like this months later. I ended up getting an email from the guy that I was in connection with or whatever. And he was just saying, you know, do you have time to hop on a call? I want to talk to you about, you know, this Foot Locker situation or whatever. So at that point, you know, in my head, I'm already like, we not doing no more pop-ups.
Right.
So if this ain't the real deal, then we gonna pass on it, Foot Locker or not. You know what I mean? So he like, I asked him, what type of situation was it? And he said he could explain it more. He wanted one of his other higher-ends on the call with us as well. So we plotted the call for the following week. And then when they called me, it was a real situation. It wasn't no pop-up situation. It was like, we need you to send us casts of what you have coming up. We want to place an order. We want to do a whole campaign to where, you know, you come out, we're going to do photo shoots, we're going to do interviews, we're going to do everything. Yeah. So it was a real deal. Oh, so because of COVID, everything kind of stretched out and took a little while longer than it probably should have. Yeah. But yeah, shit, they picked out the designs they wanted, bought them priced like all the rest of my stores. We end up having, going to Chicago, they did a big photo shoot for us so they can launch, like it was on all type of ads and little video commercials and everything. And then we did like a round table discussion. It was myself, and it was like 3 other brands from Chicago. It was 4 brands. So we just pop shit. And yeah, actually, I got a conference call with them Tuesday this upcoming week, so they could pick up for this next season, which would be they February drops. Right. But then yeah, so they said like after we drop, maybe like a week and a half after that, like they called me or emailed me, I can't remember which one it was, but they was just like, cause they picked up out of Chicago, New York, Philly, LA, and Detroit, 5 cities across the country. And I think it was a total of 9 brands. And they hit me, they just like, man, like Chicago, you popped your shit, like y'all blew shit out the water. Cause I had people hitting me, sending me screenshots like that a product was sold out. You know what I'm saying? No, on footlocker.com. Oh, okay. Imagine at this point we on Foot Locker, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's on footlocker.com. I'm sending me screenshots like, yeah. Like they let them place their order and then they end up getting an email like 2 days later, like, I'm sorry, this product sold out. So I'm like, oh yeah, we popping that shit.
They're booming. Yeah. Salute to Foot Locker too, man. They do a lot of shit in the city and in the culture, man.
And they doing more now too.
Yeah.
Super
like,
salute. Yeah.
Like we did, I got the opportunity to do, it was something smaller, but like in Dallas, man, they did like talking about different sneaker cultures in the city. Yeah. So they tapped me, Amari Cooper from the Cowboys, Lady J from K104, and then a chick at CNK Daily. She's like a huge on sneakers for females, and did like a whole campaign. It was like from 5 cities. We was one of the 5. So Foot Locker always keep their eye on. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
So, all right, man. So everything's been going smooth. You got the multiple stores, Foot Locker, online popping, starting to see a lot more people always supporting you. What's your plan for 2021?
Just keep going. Really, like right now, like we definitely gonna dive into some other investments that don't got nothing to do with ICON or anything. But with the stage that the world at right now, it's just we plotting the best talent hop in. So without that though, like our goal is just to keep on going up as far as getting more stores. A lot of stores end up reaching out to us now. Like one store, a lot of these stores are connected, like family and stuff like that. So a store they'll do good, they'll pass it on to somebody in another city, stuff like that. So we plotted out. We just want to keep on going up with our designs, like more stuff. Just, you know, we have feng shui of different things that we're doing as far as designs, jackets, polos, everything. So we're just gonna keep going with that, making more designs, and then just filtering towards stores and the people getting what they want.
Nah, for sure, man. And
our plan is to really just don't fix nothing, just keep
keep it going.
Yeah.
You kind of alluded to it earlier, which I wanted to touch on, bro. So, as entrepreneurs, man, we always see opportunities in those places. Like outside of ICON right now, I know you're talking about the future, but right now, are you investing in other businesses, or right now your sole focus is just, ICON?
I am. Okay, so yeah, sole focus is definitely still ICON. I want to get into other markets. Like we were actually supposed to do a restaurant 2020.
Okay.
We were talking with Finger Licking out of Miami.
Yeah.
We thinking about bringing the chain here to Dallas.
Okay.
So we were in talks doing a restaurant talk, but that was before COVID even hit. So with us not knowing if stuff gonna be able to be open,
right,
be closed or whatever, like that just don't pause right now. Outside of that, I've been messing with the money markets and stuff a little bit. Not really the stocks, but I got a money manager.
Okay.
Shout out Sai. She one of the coldest when it comes to like the forex and the currencies and stuff like that.
Okay.
So she playing around with money like that for me, and that's just something on the side. But other than that, it's just like I'm just trying to keep oiling this machine up, man.
I started dabbling stocks probably like about a year ago. I did my research first. Everything I tap into, I do my research first before I play with it. And I'm not gonna lie, some of them did me good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
See, I like that. The stock money is like the money that I got in stocks and stuff. I really just say that's for my daughter. So that stuff that's in there, I just let that sit.
Yeah, buy and hold.
And she'll have that later. But
the
other money is a little it turns around a little faster with the currencies and the forex stuff. So I mean it's cool though. It's just I'm a gambler too, so that's close to gambling for me. So it's like I like it because it's like
What's your game of choice though?
I shoot dice.
You shoot dice?
Sure.
I feel you on. Everybody got their own rules though, so you can't.
I played street dice since I was 11, 12 years old. Like we did that. I was just in a casino on New Year's last week out there messing around.
Man. I do one game when I go to Vegas for roulette.
Yeah, you betting on black or you betting on red?
Black.
Yeah, always gotta bet on black. Always bet on black. That's the rule.
That's it. Always bet on black.
Yeah,
been to Vegas 2 times and walked out beautifully.
Yeah,
you know
I always bet on black. Yeah, for sure. That's my number, black 35.
That's what's up, bro. But I want you to leave with the people with some advice, some gems, bro. So like everybody kind of has their affirmation or motivation. Is there one thing or a quote that you live by? You know what I'm saying?
I can overcome negativity. Easy peasy. I can overcome negativity.
That's real.
I can overcome negativity, man. I just say on top of that, I feel like with everything that's going on in the world, people are getting like the wind behind them to get into this entrepreneurship with a lot. Like we got so much talent, especially, you know what I'm saying, us as, just the African American race, period. Like we're so talented and so multicultural, like that. We got so many talents and they don't evolve because we don't let them.
Right.
And now during this time, people are letting them talents loose and we seeing it and it's just happening so rapidly to where it's like, let it go, man. Take a chance. You know what I'm saying? And I do like a lot of, I don't want to say mentoring, but I give game all the time. Like one thing about me, like I ain't tight with the game. I'm not one of the people that be like, no, I ain't gonna tell you this because you may end up doing better than me or you may whatever. Like, even people in the same games, in fashion and clothes and stuff, man, if you can catch me and we sit there and talk, like I tell people like, I don't even gotta know you. You know what I'm saying? I see you trying to do something, I'm an open book. Look, go this route, do this. You know what I'm saying? Business wise, like I've owned multiple businesses. So even outside of that, like people will come to me for advice and I give it to them, man, because I just want to see, man, it ain't nothing wrong with everybody winning.
Nah, for real. And that's real, bro, because I think in our culture, a lot of times, bro, like people don't want to see somebody else doing better than us. And we grew up, didn't really have mentors. Like I never had a mentor. You know what I'm saying? I learned from losing. You know what I'm saying? It was my lesson.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I ain't doing that no more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then you move on to something else, bro. So that's dope that you get that information now, man. Yeah. Same with me. I tell people like, bro, if I got the time and you catch me at a good time, bro, I'm free to share.
Yeah, I'm
you know what I'm saying? I'm free to share. Because, a lot of things I learned too with receiving information is, and I ain't trying to sound messed up, but like getting information is one thing, but half these people ain't gonna apply it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got to see who you gonna give your time to.
Yeah, so
you don't want to waste your time.
Exactly, man. I learned that a lot because I've been guilty of it too myself. Sometimes I'll buy a course. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I want to learn how to get, how to get my merch popping for COSIGN. I'll buy a course, tune into half of it, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, bro, I ain't applied. Even the stuff you said, I ain't applied. You know what I'm saying? So I know firsthand experience what that is. So sometimes you do got to be, you know what I'm saying, strategic with your time. And then even if you're worried about people doing better than you, man, a lot of times people ain't going to apply it anyway. So just get your information out and, you know what I'm saying, you'll receive your blessings.
For sure. You shouldn't even be no worry, man. I'd be like, man, I just want to see everybody doing good because, I ain't never been one to count nobody else's pockets. Like, what did that do for me? Whether you up or you down? Like, I'd rather see you up. I'd rather see people walking around happy than everybody walking around mean mugging and just upset. No, let's let's have a good time.
So I tell my people, I want to see all my people win, bro, because I'm tired of, you know what I'm saying, we trying to go on a trip. But homie can't go because, you know what I'm saying, he got a situation. But if we all up.
And this is a good time, like this has been a good time for me. Like this past year going to it, my core, like my homies, and then but we motivate each other. Like we talk every day. We all in different lanes. Besides me and my partner, like all the rest of us in different lanes, and we motivate each other. You know what I'm saying? And then we give game because just because you're doing something different don't mean you can't give game. Like, cause one of them might say something to me that ring a bell, or I might say something to them that be like, oh, well, you should probably try this, even though I don't fully know everything they're doing. But it's been a good year. My core homies, like all of them up right now. So we've been living.
That's real, man. Yeah. And I appreciate your time, boss, man. Lead the people where they can find you, where they can order products, support the homies, support ICON. So give them all that.
ICON_Jetson. ICON the collection business page, www.iconthecollection.com. Tap in, get fly, get drippy for sure.
For sure. And we here at COSIGN, ICON, and my guy Wood, man.
I'm COSIGN by ICON. COSIGN.
Hey, you feel me?
Yeah.